Hey guys, welcome back to Clubhouse Kids. So I'm going to be showing you what my January classroom looks like. So I usually start in the classroom, but today I'm going to start in my parent area. So the way my house is set up, my entire lower level is the daycare and my kids' homeschool room. So I'm going to start this room tour at the beginning of our lower level. So the first thing that you see when you come into my daycare is my parent area. And this is where the kids get signed in. There's a calendar, the sign-in sheet, any daily forms, and then just a little organizer that I keep over here that I just keep my food program binder and usually a stuffed animal that I change out monthly sits up on the top. You can see this is where my kids' homeschool room is right here, and then the daycare room goes into here. This is just a bathroom, and then this door leads to my office, and this door leads to my husband's office. And then here's the stairs that go up. So it's a split level home, so it's only 6 stairs. And then this is just my communication board, and here is really just kind of stuff that I have to post for licensing. But I do like to keep a yearly calendar up there that I change out every May, and then just our yearly curriculum map, kind of what our units are going to be each month, and then I do post a weekly menu and snack list there. So this is the first table that the parents come to. So they sign their children in the morning and then sign them out in the afternoon. And then in this organizer, I have any forms that the parents would need for the day. So if they're turning in any tuition, especially if they're paying in cash, I have them put it into an envelope. If it's a check, they will usually just place it face down. I have this basket right here, and this is where the parents will put any tuition money or any forms or anything like that for me. They'll just kind of put it into that basket, and I'll check that after all of my drop-offs. And this one is if the child is going to need any medication during the day, they would fill out that one. This one they would take if they're planning any family vacations. They would just take that one home with them and then fill it out and bring it back. I do have a summer policy for teachers. I do allow them to unenroll their children for the summer and bring them back in the fall. I do not make them pay over the summer. I know some providers do, and I think that's fine. For me personally, I've never minded a smaller group during the summer, and so if they are going to be taking their children out for the summertime, they would just fill this out, the date that they're going to be taking them out, the date that they will be returning to daycare, and then I do require a 2-week deposit for the fall care to kind of hold their spot for the fall. And then the last one is just if the child is being picked up by somebody who is not on their permission list, I require this form to be filled out by the parents, so they can't call and say somebody is going to be picking up that's not on the list. They have to have that form filled out for me to allow that child to go with that person. This I got earlier at the beginning of the year in the Target dollar spot, and I absolutely love it, to keep just sign-in pens, and then my sign-in sheet with all the kids' names there. These baskets used to be the cubbies for my school-age kids, but I do not have any school-age daycare kids this year, and so they're just kind of sitting under there. And then over here, I have just our monthly calendar, and the parents do get a copy of our monthly calendar at the beginning of every month, but I also post one here, and then I have a clock so that they can see the time to sign their children in if they're not holding their phones or something. And then you get to our classroom, and so this next thing that they would do is hang up their child's coats and book bag here. At the end of the day, I just clip anything that is going home with the child paper-wise up on their clipboards. And actually when they went on Christmas break, Scholastic hadn't sent out our January book magazines yet, and so those just came in the mail a couple days ago. So I have those clipped up and ready to go for the kids to take home on Monday. The 6th is my kids' first day back. Then they put their shoes in here. In my daycare, we do have a no shoe policy, and so the kids put their shoes in here. So we do not wear shoes past this gate. And then our board up here is where I put our weekly lesson plans and our songs. So the week that the kids are coming back, our unit is going to be Baby It's Cold Outside, and then our weekly theme is going to be Happy New Year. So we'll just be doing a lot of activities around the new year. We got some fun art projects to do. Our color we're going to focus on this month is white, and then our shape is circle. And we are always working on counting to 5. So my ages are from 0 to 24 months. So I do have a young age group. This is our sensory bin for the month. This is my favorite sensory bin for the whole year. The kids absolutely love this one. I do keep my sensory bin up and away from the kids because of my young age group. So if we're playing in the sensory bin, I'm sitting with them. So I don't ever just have my sensory bin just on the floor and letting the kids play with it like you would see in a preschool classroom or even a 2's room where they're just getting a little bit older and can handle not putting things in their mouth. My age group still does put things in their mouth. But in here, it's just shredded paper. And then these are the ice cubes from a game. These are ice cubes from the Dollar Tree, like you would put in your freezer. And then I have some snowballs and then a bunch of winter animals. So I have some penguins in here, polar bears, a walrus. And then, oh, here I got some little like confetti snowflakes here. And then there is a glowing ice cube that we got at Disney and a drink that, maybe it's not even working. Well, maybe I have to change the batteries on that. But this thing glows and it changes a whole bunch of colors. And this was their favorite thing to find last year. So I'm actually going to change the batteries on this, but this is pretty cool too. Just all kinds of fun things in there. I love this one and they love this one too. The paper does make a mess, but it's paper, so it's not like it doesn't take very long to clean it up or anything. This is where I have the rest of my January curriculum is in the binder there, and then our table toys are here. Now this, I switched around a couple of my things for the new year. I did have the baby swing here, and then a lower bookshelf, and then I switched it over to this side. So I put the baby swing over here, and then my husband hung the board bookshelf over here. What was kind of happening was this swing was right here in the corner, and the kids would constantly be playing and climbing on it. And then when the parents came, it just seemed like all the daycare kids were right here at the door to the gate. And so they do play with the toys on the shelf, but they usually don't sit in front of the shelf. At least they didn't when it was over here. The toys would kind of move around the room and be a lot of the time in the house or on the rug or something like that. So I'm hoping that the traffic will be a little bit less condensed right here at the door with this new setup. So we will see. But on our toy shelf for the month, I have a lot of winter related toys. So you see a lot of penguins and polar bears. This is a learning resource game where they can match up the penguin either by the bow or the hat to the color. There's also a shape on the top of his hat that you can match up to the shape on the circles here. So that is out for the kids to play. Here is just a snowman bowling game. So these are just like baby puff containers that I drew snowman on. This little penguin guy is out again. He dances and waddles around. I have these two little Coca-Cola bears. And a couple more penguins. This is a bath toy. I use a lot of bath toys with my age group. They love to play with them outside of the bath. And so that is a penguin bath toy. This is from Learning Resources as well. It's a like hot cocoa set, and so they'll probably play with that in the house. And then this is a snowman stacker. And then up here, I have all of our paper books that we'll be reading this month. And then up on this one is where I keep all of our art supplies and stuff and extra blankets and trays and things like that. And then I have this little penguin here that's sitting on the rocker. Up on our ceiling, I have these little snowflakes that I hung that I got at the Dollar Tree a couple years ago. So I'm not sure if they're there any now. They have held up. They're plastic. They have held up for years, and they're really, really cute, hanging from the ceiling. Ooh, dark. Sorry, guys. Here's our calendar for the month. I get so many questions about where I got this calendar. I actually just got it on Amazon a couple years ago, and they totally discontinued it like a month later. And it is one of my most commented thing on. People are always asking where I got this calendar. It is amazing. I don't know why they discontinued it. So I am always looking for things similar to give you guys another option. But as of right now, the company that made this has not brought this particular one back. So you can see our white flashcards are up for the month, our penguin counting cards, our shape poster. Here is our weather board here. So I have windy up here, but I have windy, sunny, snowy, and cloudy. And so whatever the weather is, we just switch this poster up, and then we sing the song during circle time to that. I do have a calendar, but with my age group, we just skip through the calendar. It's more up there for myself to glance up there really quickly when I'm, you know, filling out the kids' day sheets or something like that. But with my age group, we don't do anything with the calendar. Our circle time consists of our color, our counting, our shape, weather, and then our PM circle, we add a word of the day, and that is what these cards are here. So our last word of the day was apple, but we changed that up. But that goes with our afternoon circle when we're wrapping up our day. This is kind of the schedule that I use for circle time. So you can see that's our morning circle time. We do a good morning song and then a welcome song, our weather, and then we do our focus posters, which is our color, our shape, and our counting. And then our PM circle, we sing a goodbye song. We do our focus posters, which is our word of the day. And then we do review our color cards and our shape cards. And then we sing some songs, and then we always do a high five. And the color cards and the shape cards I actually keep for PM circle, I keep over here on this hook. And so here is all of our color cards. I do have a counting 1 through 5 cards, and then here's all our shape cards. So I'll usually just snag 1 or 2 of these, and we'll just review those flashcards. And then, so the board bookshelf has been moved over here. It's still low enough for the kids to be able to get to the board books. So I have some winter board books up there. I put a little snowman doll in the swing. And then on our table, I have some fake snowballs with a snowplow for them to play with. I do still have a little one in the frog, and so I still have that out. But probably for about another month or so, and then that will be put away for a couple months because my youngest one is going to be on the move pretty soon. And then we have our playhouse. And then here's our winter bulletin board. It just says daycare is so much fun. And then I have my 2 tables. So I have one here and one here. And then here I have our little snowman. This thing is made by Step 2. I've had it for a couple years now. It is a lot of fun. The kids really enjoy this. You can switch out his face and like his earmuffs and stuff by, there's additional pieces that that go in the bottom of the snowman. This is a new rug. If you noticed, I got this at Costco, and it's actually double-sided. So this one is the alphabet, and then on the other side you could flip it over, and it's like a car's transportation with roads and stuff. which would be really great if you had more like 2-year-olds. They would probably really, really like the other side of this. It's really, really soft and really, really nice. Like it's like a foam, and it's also wipeable. And so if I have a little one spit up or something, I'll be able to just wipe it off. So I think I could even mop the top of this. So I am loving this new rug. And then the changing table, look at all these pasties. They're all sanitized and ready to go. When I was like, you know, cleaning all the kids' pack and plays, I was finding just all these pasties, and so those are all cleaned and ready to go, and some of those are going to be going home with the kids because I think I have quite a collection of their pacifiers at the moment. The diapers, I still need to, I just made a Walmart order today, and so once my order comes in, I can fill those bins with the diapers and have the diapers all ready to go. And then here's our January songs up on the wall. Our Tot Task boxes are all filled and ready to go for our first week. Happy New Year. If you want to see what's in our boxes for the first week, box 1, we are doing a counting, Happy New Year counting. So here's number 1, and then we'll find the little party horn that has 1 and match them up just like that. So those are numbers 1 through 5. In box 2, I have our color white box. So this is just our identify the color white box, so that we just usually just talk about the different objects and they play with them. So that is in box 2. And then in box 3, I have some click and link beads for them to just play with and click together, make, you know, long snakes and stuff like that. So those are the Tot Task boxes for the week. Oh, and then over on this one is where I keep all of my Grow With Me boxes. These are for the boxes for my littler ones that are under 12 months of age. They have their own box with developmental activities in it. So currently right now I have one that is just turned 4 months old. So he is in this box here. And so kind of when the kids are doing their Tot Task box time or their table toys or their activities like that, obviously my 4-month-old is not developmentally ready for the other things, and so in this box is activities that he is ready for. And so I'll usually just pull the boxes, any box that I have of the kids that are under 12 months, and then I have some activities here that are really appropriate for that age group, and I can do these activities with him. So it's just a way to make sure that every single one of my students is engaged and learning during the day. That is kind of the setup for the month. It is so clean back here. I love when I can just do a super, super deep clean between that Christmas and New Year. There is not a speck of dirt back here. Everything has been scrubbed, sanitized, and ready to go. So I'm excited for my group to come back on Monday, January 6th. I've had a full 2 weeks off. It's been a wonderful break. I've gotten a lot of other things done, especially I have gotten to upload a lot of things onto my curriculum website. I will link that below if you guys are interested in any of these activities that you saw in this video. But I am ready to see all of my babies and get back to just our normal routine. So I hope you guys have a wonderful January. No matter what you do, just have fun with your kids. Enjoy your daycare days, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.